Okay, guys, our next bit of movie news today is, again, a sequel. I feel like everything that we're talking about these days is a sequel, prequel, whatever. Nobody really wants to talk about a lot of the original films coming out. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. This particular film, Sonic the Hedgehog, came out in, was that 2019? Or was that 2020? No, it came out in 2020. Not a bad movie. It wasn't fantastic by any means. And I hate that this is the qualifier, but it's one of the better video game movies out there. Tomb Raider was pretty good. I never saw Silent Hill, but I remember it having very favorable reactions. Warcraft movie. Not a complete crash and burn, but it did not do well. And now Sonic the Hedgehog as of last year. Well, a lot of speculation being that it wasn't completely terrible. It was a decent movie. It was okay. It was kind of a fun watch. Big question was, when are they going to do a sequel? Well, now we know. Not just when the sequel is coming out, but we also know the title of the next Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And you guys, be prepared. Be prepared. It's coming. It's coming. It's simply called Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's coming April 8th, 2022. So not this year, but it will come out a little over a year from now. We have our first official look. We have our first official look from the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter page. And it kind of confirms we're getting Tails. Tails is coming in the next movie. Now, we don't know who will be voicing Tails, but we do know that Paramount is looking at Jason Momoa to possibly be the voice of Knuckles. Says right here, it has also been reported, sorry, this is on MovieWeb. It has also been reported that Knuckles will stay true to his video game incarnation, meaning that he will be able to both glide and climb walls, just like in the video game. Goes on to say the casting process may have now come to an end, with recent rumors that Aquaman star Jason Momoa has been offered the Knuckles role. Paramount have reportedly put the ball, quote, in his court. Yeah, so we might have Jason Momoa voicing Knuckles. We don't know who's going to be voicing Tails. In my mind, I don't know why, but I've always associated David Hyde Pierce with Tails. This is a completely bizarre thing, right? This is completely bizarre. Maybe it was because the video game came out in the height of maybe at the height of the powers of Frasier, and I was a huge Frasier fan. Still am a huge Frasier fan. It's my favorite television show of all time. I don't know, maybe because Niles played second fiddle to Frasier, Tails played second fiddle to Sonic. I don't know. I've just always associated David Hyde Pierce with Tails, and I can't explain it. I can't quantify it. I don't know where specifically it comes from, but I don't know. I kind of feel like David Hyde Pierce would be a great fit for Tails. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's completely crazy casting, and I'm up for crazy casting sometimes as it works. But we also, some of these reports are coming out from Ben Schwartz that he has read the script. Ben Schwartz obviously is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog himself. He's read the script for Sonic 2. And he says it's awesome. Now, big headlines here, you guys. Big headlines. Main actor of a franchise, of a movie, says upcoming movie is awesome. Okay, great. Like, what else is he supposed to say? Oh, no, I read the script and it was terrible. Nobody's going to say that. He's getting paid to work on this movie. Of course he's going to say it's awesome. Even if, like, Bob Hoskins, I guarantee at one point before Super Mario Brothers came out, I guarantee at some point he said, oh no, this Super Mario movie, it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. You've never seen anything like it. He was totally hyping up that movie. He was getting paid to. Same thing, Ben Schwartz, getting paid to hype up Sonic the Hedgehog. Dose. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. This movie could be terrible. But we all kind of thought that the first Sonic the Hedgehog was going to be terrible. Even if you didn't, come on. Let's be real talk. Real talk. You kind of knew in the back of your head, there's a possibility this movie might be completely terrible. We were all expecting it because traditionally video games don't work, right? So for when the movie came out, we're all kind of pleasantly surprised, right? Even the Pokemon detective movie, that was kind of fun. It wasn't terrible. It's kind of one of the better video game movies out there. So we got teased with Tails at the end of the first movie, right? I'm gonna spoil little bits and pieces of the first Sonic. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you, just be fair warned. Spoiler warning here, right? So the first Sonic movie ends with kind of Sonic saving the day. Like he teams up with James Marsden. There's this whole like government thing, I guess, entity looking for Sonic. Oh, we have an entity from another dimension. Oh, we need to go investigate this. What's going on, right? And so of course Dr. Robotnik gets involved, played by Jim Carrey, which easily the best part of that movie. And it was kind of nice to see Jim Carrey return back to his silly, zany, wacky roots, right? And then progressively, as the movie goes on and on and on, he becomes a little bit crazier, and he gets a little bit more Dr. Robotnik-y, right? So, of course, like, Robotnik is out, and he causes some kind of a doomsday, whatever, something, blah, blah, blah. Sonic saves the day. He stops Dr. Robotnik. He opens up a wormhole to go back to his home world. Dr. Robotnik gets sucked into Sonic's home world. Sonic goes back to his home world. All is wonderful, right? Bye-bye, James Marsden. I hope James Marsden is not in the sequel. Now, at the very end of the movie, just before the Tails spoiler, we see... sorry, I lost my train of thought. We see Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, like his head has been shaved, he's grown like this big huge bushy mustache, and he's learning how to control this new environment in a scientific method, right? So of course we can kind of tell, like, for a Sonic 2, it's probably going to pick up from this point. It's the version of Dr. Robotnik that we saw at the end of the first Sonic movie is much more in line with the Dr. Robotnik that we know from the video game. So I'm looking forward to seeing a Sonic the Hedgehog movie that takes place entirely in Sonic's home world. I want to see the Green Hill Zone. I want to see Sonic and Dr. Robotnik fight it out, duke it out in this world. I'm sick and tired of seeing fantastical characters, fantasy characters, open up a wormhole that brings them to our Earth reality, and then now we get to see He-Man and Masters of the Universe in New York City. I do not want to see that. I do not want to see Sonic the Hedgehog in New York City, or in San Francisco, as the movie played out, right? I'm probably getting a little too worked up about this. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but I kind of enjoyed the first one, and if obviously they're doing a second, I would very much like to see this movie in the world that it's supposed to be in. I think Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the reboot with Alicia Vikander, I think that movie worked so well because they kind of stuck to the mythos a little bit. They stuck to, some of the gameplay, but the atmosphere. They didn't take Lara Croft Tomb Raider and put her in outer space. That's not who Lara Croft Tomb Raider is. Sonic the Hedgehog does not roam around San Francisco. So anyway, so those are just kind of my thoughts. Big question for you guys is, what do you think of the new title? What do you think of the new graphics? What do you think of the official declaration that Miles and probably Knuckles are going to be in this next movie? Do you want to see it in Sonic's home world, or did you actually kind of like the gambit, the storytelling gambit of them bringing them into our world? I'm interested. What are your thoughts? Jump on down to the comment section below and let me know what those are. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Tony Stark's Iron Man would want you to do.